it's me Sammy, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. Hope you're all having an amazing day whatever it is you're doing. We are back with another meals I made this week, guys. Apologies for missing 1 week. I felt so bad, but where it was just Ava's birthday and everything, we were eating out and we were having takeaways and party food and all sorts, so it just wasn't worth doing the meals I made for like 1 or 2 dinners. So we are back again this week. I've taken a week off and we are moving into autumnal seasonal food. I'm so excited. I'm so happy it's September and I cannot wait to show you some of the comforting foods that I've got coming up, guys. If you do enjoy this video, please smash that thumbs up button and also consider subscribing down below. It would mean a lot to me. And yeah, without further ado, let's dive into our first autumnal meals I made this week. It's Tuesday night, guys, and we're going to be making some sausage and bean stew with some mashed potato to serve. Let's run through the ingredients and the overall cost of this because it's a super budget friendly meal. We're going to be using 8 of these frozen thick pork sausages by Asda, a tin of chopped tomatoes and a tin of baked beans, half a vegetable stock cube, a couple of teaspoons of Dijon mustard, 2 cloves of garlic, 2 onions, a handful of potatoes. I've got 7 here because that's how much it takes to make me and the 3 kids some mashed potato, and then I've got some spring greens here as well, just 1 bunch. Altogether, guys, this comes to £3.62 to feed me and the 3 kids. Let's dive into the cooking. We've got our oven preheating to gas mark 6, and I've just popped our 8 frozen sausages on a baking tray. We're going to pop these in the oven now and cook as per the pack instructions for around 20 minutes until fully cooked. Now I'm going to prep our potatoes for our mashed potato to serve with our stew, so I'm just going to peel and chop our potatoes, pop them into a saucepan filled with cold water. Now that's our potatoes prepped, and in cold water I've added a little bit of salt to this as well. We're going to pop this on a medium heat now until they are fully boiled and mashable. Now for our veg prep, I'm going to finely dice up our 2 onions and mince our garlic, and then we're going to thickly slice up our spring greens, removing the stalks. That's our veg all prepped. I've just added some olive oil into our saucepan. Make sure it's one that has a lid on it, and we're just going to pop this on a medium heat now and then add our onions. Now we're going to fry our onions for 5 to 6 minutes. And while our onions are frying, I've just made up our stock. So I've used half a vegetable stock cube and I've just added in 175 millilitres of boiling water to this and given that a mix, and that is our stock ready for later. Now our onions have been cooking for about 5 minutes and looking like this. Now we're going to add our garlic and cook it for a further 2 minutes. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add our tin of chopped tomatoes, 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard and our stock, and then we're going to season it really well with pepper. Now we're going to let this simmer and cook for 5 minutes now. Now that's been cooking for 5 minutes, we're just going to add our sausages and our tin of baked beans to this now. And then we're just going to cook this for 5 more minutes. Now that's been cooking for another 5 minutes, we're going to add our spring greens into this now, stirring really well. Then we're going to pop our lid on and cook it for 5 more minutes. Our potatoes are now cooked, so I'm just going to drain these in a colander and then mash them with a potato masher and add in some butter and some milk. That is our mashed potato all made, and our sausage and bean stew is ready. Now it's time to serve up, guys. And that is our sausage and bean stew served up with mashed potato. Guys, this is a great twist on the classic sort of sausage and mash with beans on the side. It puts some extra veg in there to make it extra nutritious, and then also it's super budget friendly. So this is my dinner, Tyler's and Liam's here as well. And then Ava's got the exact same, just in a smaller portion. So yeah, we're gonna go and enjoy this now, guys, and we'll be back later in the week for some more meals. It's Wednesday evening now, guys. I'm going to be making a creamy chicken fajita pot pie. Going to run through the overall ingredients and cost of this meal. Going to be using an entire pack of curly kale. This is 150 grams. Going to be using a 30 gram fajita seasoning packet, 1 tin of chopped tomatoes and 300 millilitres of fresh sour cream. We've got a 3-pack of mixed peppers here. We've then got a kilo of skinless, boneless chicken thigh fillets. We've then got a head of broccoli, 2 onions, 2 cloves of garlic, and we're going to be using half of this pack of ready rolled phyllo pastry. Altogether, guys, this comes to £12.76, which sounds expensive for a dinner. However, we're going to be using half of this mixture for our dinner on Friday as well. So this is actually going to cover 2 dinners for us this week. But yeah, let's dive in and start the cooking. First thing to do is some veg prep. I'm gonna thinly slice up the 3 peppers, thinly slice up the onions, and mince our garlic. That's our onions and peppers all sliced up now, and our garlic is now minced. Now for one of my least favorite things to do when cooking is cutting up raw chicken. Absolutely hate it. But now I need to cut these into some thick strips. Now I'm heating up some vegetable oil into a large saucepan, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna fry our onions and our peppers in here now for 5 minutes. Now these have been cooking for 5 minutes. What I'm going to do is take these out and put them on a plate and set them aside now. Now I'm just heating a little bit more vegetable oil into our pan on a high heat. We're going to fry our chicken fillet strips now for 10 minutes. And while our chicken's cooking away there, I'm just going to prepare our broccoli by chopping it into florets. And then I'm going to take all of the stalks out of our curly kale. That's all our veg prep now. Now we just got to wait for our chicken to be cooked to move on to the next step. Our chicken's been cooking for 10 minutes. We're going to pop our onions and our peppers back into the pan now. I'm also going to add in our minced garlic and our fajita seasoning packet to this now and fry that for 2 to 3 minutes. Now we're going to reduce the heat on this to a medium low. And then what we're going to do is add our tin of chopped tomatoes, our whole 300 milliliters of fresh sour cream, and 300 milliliters of water all into the pan now. Now we're just going to let this simmer for 10 minutes. Now that's been simmering for 10 minutes. What we're going to do is pop our kale into this now and cook it for a further 5 minutes. And while that's cooking for the last 5 minutes, I've just preheated the oven to gas mark 5, and I've got a pan of boiling water on here which I'm going to add the broccoli to now for 4 minutes. Now the 5 minutes is done on this. I've just seasoned it with some salt and pepper and mixed it through. Now what we're going to do is set aside half of this chicken mixture for our fajitas on Friday. So what I'm going to do is wait for this to cool down, cover it in some cling film, and this is going to go in my fridge, and this is our fajita mixture ready for Friday. And we've got this amount of chicken mixture left over. We've got a minute left on the broccoli, and then we're going to drain this off and add that to our chicken mixture as well. We've got all our broccoli and everything mixed together now. This is our pie fillings. Now what we're going to do is pop this into our baking dish. I put the spoon in earlier, which is why it's now got a mark on it. But yeah, we're just going to pop this into our pie dish now. Now we're going to use our ready rolled phyllo pastry, and then we're just going to crunch that up and pop that on top of our pie. And then once our pie top is looking like that, I'm just going to quickly spray it over with a spray of olive oil. And then we're going to pop this into our preheated oven on gas mark 5 for 20 minutes. This is how our pie is looking after 20 minutes in the oven, guys. Now it's time to serve up. And that is our Wednesday night creamy fajita pie with phyllo pastry all served up. We've got the boys' portions here. We've got my portion over here, and Ava's got the exact same tonight as well. And of course we have the leftover pie filling for fajitas for later in the week. So I'm gonna go and enjoy this now, and we'll catch you later in the week for some more meals. It's Thursday evening, guys, and we're gonna be making some jacket potatoes with a beef and bean ragu served with the side salads. Let's run through all the ingredients and the overall cost of this meal. I'm gonna be using some balsamic vinegar glaze, 600 grams of vegetable base mix, which is this whole packet. It's basically frozen diced onions, celery and carrots, but it's really convenient and easy to buy it just like this. We've then got a tin of chopped tomatoes with garlic and a tin of baked beans, some floret mixed mild lettuce and some cherry tomatoes for our side salad. Then got 4 large baking potatoes to make our jacket potatoes with, and then we've got a 250 gram pack of lean beef steak mince. Altogether, guys, this comes to £6.82. Let's dive into the cooking. First step is to set our air fryer to 180 degrees for 1 hour. I'm just going to start that and get that preheating ready for our jacket potatoes to cook. Then to prep our jacket potatoes to go in the air fryer, we're just going to prick them all over with a fork. That's our jacket potatoes going in now to cook for 1 hour. And while our jacket potatoes are cooking in the air fryer, we're just going to heat up a little bit of olive oil into a large saucepan now. And we're going to add our 250 grams of lean beef steak mince into our saucepan. We're going to fry our mince for 8 to 10 minutes until it's really well browned and looking crispy. And we're just going to break it up with the back of a wooden spoon as we go along. Now our mince is really nicely cooked. We're going to add our full pack of vegetable base mix into our saucepan now. And we're just going to fry this for about 5 minutes. We're now going to add in our tin of baked beans, our tin of chopped tomatoes with garlic, 2 tablespoons of our balsamic vinegar glaze, and then 300 milliliters of boiling water. And that's all going to go into here now. Then we're just going to give this all a really good mix together. Now it's all mixed together and looking and smelling absolutely delicious. Cannot wait for this dinner. It's one of my favorites. And yeah, guys, I've just turned it down to low now, and we're just going to let this simmer for 25 to 30 minutes. After our potatoes have been cooking for about 25 minutes, I'm just going to spray them with some olive oil quickly. And then what we're going to do is season them with salt and pepper, turn them over, do the exact same, and then pop them back in for the last 35 minutes. That's our seasoned, oiled jacket potatoes going back in for the last 35 minutes. Now our ragu has been cooking for half an hour and this is how it's looking. It's looking absolutely amazing. Now I've turned it off the heat. Our potatoes are going to be ready in about 5 minutes, so that's all perfectly timed. I'm just going to season this with some salt and pepper now as per my taste. For our side salad, we're just going to be using some floret mixed mild leaf lettuce, and I'm just going to halve some cherry tomatoes. I'm going to quarter them for Ava on her plate, and then we're just going to use some of the balsamic vinegar glaze to go over our salad. So our jacket potatoes are now done as well. I've just cut a cross in them and then mashed the inside with a little bit of butter. And then we've got our salad on the side with the lettuce, tomatoes and the balsamic glaze. Now I just need to spoon a little bit of our ragu on top of our potatoes and our dinner will be ready. And that is our Thursday night dinner all served up, guys. We've got the boys here, we've got Tyler's and Liam's there. We've got my portion here. Ava has the same as well, but she's just got the cherry tomatoes that are quartered up. She's got a little bit of the ragu on the side, and then I've just cut her jacket potatoes into little wedges for her to hold, which makes it easier for her to eat. And yeah, that's our Thursday night dinner all served up, guys. I'm gonna go and enjoy this now. And we do have a load of the ragu left for later on over the weekend. I'll probably do this as another meal. You can serve it with pasta, you can do it with so many different things, but yeah, I'm gonna save this for another dinner at the weekend as well, which makes it even more budget friendly, spreading the cost of this meal. We're gonna go and enjoy this now, and then we'll catch you tomorrow for another dinner and a pudding. It's Friday night, guys, and it's time for me to make some creamy chicken fajitas. Let's run through the ingredients and the overall cost of this meal. So first up, we've got our leftover creamy fajita filling left over from our pot pie on Wednesday. I'm then going to be using a little bit of lettuce, some white wraps, an avocado, a lime, and a little bit of coriander as well. Altogether, this is going to cost me £2.76. Let's dive into the cooking. First thing to do is to preheat our oven to gas mark 5. Now I'm going to replace the cling film on the chicken with some foil, and then we're going to pop that in our preheated oven for 20 minutes. Now while our chicken's cooking, I'm going to mash our avocado by slicing it up, spooning it out and mashing it with a fork. And then we're going to juice our lime and add the lime juice to the avocado. That is our mashed avocado mixed with our lime now. We're going to set that aside until we're ready to serve. Now the last thing I need to do before we're serving up is just to pick off some of these coriander leaves to garnish. That's our chicken all warmed up from the oven. I've just popped our wraps in the microwave for 20 seconds. Now we can start to serve. So to make our fajitas, we're just going to pop a little bit of our avocado and lime mixture onto our wrap with some lettuce, and then we're just going to top that with our chicken filling and some coriander leaves to garnish. That's our creamy fajita ready. Now we just need to wrap this up and then we can finish making the rest. And that is our Friday night fajitas all served up, guys. So we've got Tyler's and Liam's, we've got mine over here, and then we've got Ava's here, who I've just cut up into smaller little wraps for her to hold and eat nice and easy. We're gonna go and enjoy this now, guys, and then we'll be back shortly for some pudding. It's pudding time now, and I'm gonna be making some apple cinnamon donuts. So let's run through the ingredients for this. I'm going to be using a pack of ready rolled puff pastry, 1 egg, some caster sugar, a little bit of ground cinnamon, and then 3 Pink Ladies apples. That's everything we need, guys. Let's dive into the baking. I've just preheated our oven to gas mark 6, and I've just lined 2 baking trays with some greaseproof paper. Now to prep our apples, I'm just going to quickly peel these and then cut them each into 4 slices and then remove the cores. Now that's our 12 apple donuts cut out and sorted. Now what we're going to do is mix 4 tablespoons of caster sugar and a teaspoon and a half of ground cinnamon into this bowl. Just like so. Now what we're going to do is dip each of our apple donuts into our cinnamon sugar and then place them onto our baking tray. Now that's our apple slices smothered in our cinnamon sugar. Now I've unfolded our ready rolled puff pastry, and what I'm going to do is just use a pizza cutter, but if you don't have one you can just use a very sharp knife, and we're going to cut this into 24 even strips. So I'm going to cut it in half again until we get down to 24 pieces. Now I'm just going to wrap 2 strips around each of our apple rings. That's our cinnamon apples all wrapped in the puff pastry. I've just beaten 1 egg inside this mug, and I'm just going to use the silicone brush to dust all the pastry now. Now they've been egg washed, all we need to do is bake these in the oven now for 25 to 30 minutes. And that is our apple cinnamon donuts all baked now, and what we're going to do is just sprinkle on the remainder of the cinnamon sugar over the top while they're still warm. And that is our apple cinnamon donuts all served up, guys. Can't can't wait to dig into these with the kids. They are tender, they smell incredible, and yeah, just absolutely perfect for a Friday evening in this beautiful rainy autumn weather. And yeah, that is our Friday food complete. And that's everything that I have for you this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed these more comforting meals. So many more coming: stews, casseroles, pies. This is my favourite season for food. Let me know down below if this is a season that you love for comfort food as well. So many new recipes coming your way, guys, which I'm so excited to share with you. Let me know what your favourite was from this video down below in the comments. Let me know any requests as well, guys. If you have particular ingredients that you'd like me to include, then definitely pop them into the comments as well, and I will note them going forward. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for all the love and support on my channel. It means the absolute world to me. And hopefully I'll see you very, very soon for another video. Take care. Bye.